11 signs you're difficult to love. Being in love is one of the most amazing experiences a human can have, especially if you are loved by someone who accepts you for who you are. But for some, finding love can be a difficult thing. If you frequently find yourself wondering why it is not easy for you to find true love, while others seem to find it so effortlessly, then it might be a sign that you are difficult to love. And before you feel too down about it, know that being difficult to love is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it can be quite the opposite. In this video, you are going to learn what it means to be difficult to love. And we will also explore the 11 signs that may indicate that you fall into this category. So, if you're having trouble with your love life, or if you're just curious about your personality, make sure to watch this video all the way through. What does difficult to love even mean? Before we dive in, it's important to define what being difficult to love actually means. To put it simply, it means that you are not an easy person to have a romantic relationship with. This can be for a variety of reasons, but often has to do with the fact that you are independent, strong-willed, and set in your ways. You simply don't accept anyone into your life unless they meet your very high standards. Of course, this doesn't mean that you are impossible to love, but for some people, this can be a turn-off. So with that said, here are the 11 signs that you are difficult to love. Number 11. You can't easily trust people. The first sign that you are difficult to love is that you have a hard time trusting people. Maybe you have been hurt in the past, and as a result, it's now difficult for you to let your guard down and trust someone new. This can make it difficult for you to find love, because potential partners may feel like they can never really get close to you. And over time, they may give up trying. Having trust issues is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, everyone should be cautious when it comes to letting new people into their lives. But if you find that your mistrust is preventing you from finding the love that you deserve, then it might be time to work on this issue. Number 10. You want people to meet your high standards. Having high standards is not a bad thing. But when your standards are too high, it can make it difficult for you to find someone who meets them. For example, maybe you have a list of must-haves for your ideal partner, and unless someone meets all of these requirements, you're just not interested. Of course, it's important to know what you want in a partner. But if your standards are so high that they're unrealistic, then it will be difficult for you to find someone who meets them. And that is a big problem when it comes to finding love. Number 9. You feel like you don't need anyone. You are independent and self-sufficient, and as a result, you don't feel like you need someone else in your life. This can be a good thing, but it can also make it difficult for you to find love. The reason is that potential partners may feel like you don't really need them, and as a result, they may not feel wanted or needed either. And over time, this can lead to feelings of resentment. Of course, you should never change who you are, just to find love. But if you find that your independence is causing problems in your love life, then it might be something that you want to work on. Number 8. You are not willing to compromise. In any relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic, both parties need to be willing to compromise in order for things to work out. But if you find that you are not willing to compromise, then this can make it difficult for you to find love. For example, maybe you have a specific way that you like things to be done, and you're not willing to budge on this. Or maybe you have certain deal breakers that you're just not willing to compromise on. According to research, relationships are more successful when both parties are willing to compromise. So if you find that you're not willing to do this, then it might be a problem when it comes to finding love. Number 7. You're not good at communicating your feelings. Sometimes we just assume that our partner knows how we feel, but this is not always the case. In order for a relationship to be successful, both parties need to be good at communicating their feelings. But if you find that you're not good at communicating your feelings, then this can make it difficult for you to find love. The reason is that your partner may not know how you feel, and as a result, they may not be able to meet your needs. Of course, it's normal to have trouble communicating your feelings sometimes. But if you find that this is a constant issue, then it might be something that you need to work on. Number 6. You're not willing to make the first move. You may be a shy person, or you may just believe that the other person should always make the first move. But if you find that you're not willing to make the first move, then this can make it difficult for you to find love. The reason is that potential partners may assume that you're not interested in them, and as a result, they may not make the first move either. Of course, there's nothing wrong with being shy or wanting the other person to make the first move. But if you find that this is preventing you from finding love, then it might be time to step out of your comfort zone. Number 5. You were hurt in the past. Many people have been hurt in the past, and as a result, they may be hesitant to open up to someone new. This is understandable, but it can also make it difficult for you to live a life full of love. According to research, people who have been hurt in the past are more likely to have difficulty letting someone new into their lives. They simply imagine that they will just get hurt again, and so they don't even bother trying. Of course, this means that they never give themselves a chance to find love. So if you find that you're struggling to let someone in because of something that happened in the past, then it may be time to seek out some counseling or therapy to free yourself from this past hurt. Number 4. You often feel misunderstood and misjudged. If you find that people often misunderstand or misjudge you, then this can make it difficult for you to find love. The reason is that when we feel misunderstood, we tend to build walls around us. As a result, we may come across as being cold or unapproachable. Of course, it's normal to feel misunderstood or misjudged sometimes. But if you find that this is a constant issue, then it might be something that you need to work on. Maybe you need to learn how to communicate better, or maybe you need to try to be more understanding of other people. Number 3. You focus too much on your work. It's important to have a career that you're passionate about. Sure, it's a good thing to be driven and to have goals. But if you find that your work is the only thing that you care about, then this could be a major reason why you're not able to find love. The reason is that when we focus too much on our work, we often sacrifice our personal life. We may not have time for dating or relationships, or we may simply be too tired to put any effort into finding love. Of course, it's normal to feel like your career is important. But if you find that it's preventing you from having a personal life, then it might be time to reassess your priorities. Number 2. You don't believe that you deserve love. This is a big one. A lot of people go through life feeling like they don't deserve love. Maybe they feel like they're not good enough, or maybe they feel like they don't deserve to be happy. Whatever the reason may be, if you find that you don't believe that you deserve love, then this can be a major reason why you're not able to find it. The reason is that when we don't believe that we deserve love, we tend to sabotage our relationships. We may push people away, or we may do things that will subconsciously ruin the relationship. Of course, this is all done on a subconscious level. But the bottom line is that if you don't believe that you deserve love, then it will be very difficult for you to find it. Number 1. You're waiting for the perfect one. Many people go through life waiting for the perfect partner. But the truth is, there is no such thing as a perfect partner. Everyone has their own flaws and imperfections. The problem with always searching for the perfect partner is that you're likely to never find them. You'll always be looking for something that doesn't exist. Of course, it's important to have standards. But if you find that your standards are too high and that you're always waiting for the perfect partner, then it might be time to reassess your standards. After all, perfection is an impossible standard to reach. Final thoughts. These are just some of the reasons why you may be struggling to find love. If you can relate to any of these reasons, do not feel bad. Just remember that you're not alone and that there are many people out there who are in the same boat as you. The most important thing is to not give up hope. Who knows, the love of your life may be right around the corner. So keep your head up and always work to be a better version of yourself. And eventually, you'll find the love that you deserve. If you have made it this far, we really appreciate your support. Comment down below with the word 100% so we know that you watched the entire video. To learn more, check out our other videos that you see on the screen right now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.